The SFA and the SPFL have united with the ruling bodies from Wales and Northern Ireland, as well as English football's big guns, to fight government plans that would see Celtic, Rangers, Aberdeen and other Scottish Euro candidates weakened in an attempt to make Gareth Southgate's England team stronger once the UK leaves the EU next year. Home Office officials, who deal with immigration and security, will be swamped with applications for visas post-Brexit, and they're anxious to offload football's problems from their workload. Their favoured plan is to grant the English FA the power to impose a policy on all four home nations, but that has put the Scottish, Irish and Welsh governing bodies on a war footing. Scottish clubs, and others throughout Britain, are guaranteed a work permit for any player from a country in the top 70 of the FIFA rankings as long as he has played in 75% of their national team's games in the previous 2 years. However, Scotland also has an appeals process that allows clubs to present a case for individuals who don't meet the criteria. In the system currently in place, clubs are given the opportunity to argue the player they want to sign has the ability to improve the standard of the domestic game, or, as with Ryotaro Machino, the 21-year-old Japanese midfielder Hearts have taken on loan from Manchester City, that there may also be a financial dividend for Scottish football due to the interest from his homeland. A panel, managed and chaired by the SFA, would then discuss the matter before advising the Home Office whether or not the governing body had endorsed the player in question. These appeals are heard by representatives of the SFA, SPFL and the PFA, plus up to 3 independent experts, consisting of former players and/or managers. Without that safety net in place, Celtic wouldn't be allowed to sign the current equivalent of Virgil van Dijk, who was uncapped when he joined from NAC Breda for £2 million in 2013, and Rangers would have been unable to land Alfredo Morelos, who had yet to play for Colombia when he arrived at Ibrox 2 years ago. Even Odsonne Edouard, Celtic's £9 million signing from Paris Saint-Germain, wouldn't have met the FA's high bar if Britain had left the EU before the deal was done last year. 4 years ago, the FA attempted to impose a minimum of 12 homegrown players in Premier League clubs' 25-man squads. The league eventually compromised by agreeing to include 8 from their academies. But now the FA want to increase that number again. They're concerned the number of foreigners in the top tier down south is limiting game time for promising English youngsters, and they want to help the national team by providing Southgate with a bigger pool of players to select from. As a result, there are battles being fought behind closed doors, with Liverpool, Manchester. For more on this story, visit the news article link.